I didn't want to make this video. Hello everyone, MentalGen here. That intro was obviously the best joke of 2022 so far, but the thing is, this video isn't really a joke, it really isn't commentary or anything like that. When I think about it, it's just looking back on my very, very short-lived trying to be a game dev career. That really died before I'd even had a chance to start. But the thing is, game making is hard. Game makers have to go through tons upon tons of problems every single second of a waking day to try and push out a good game. Problems like staff lack, COVID, servers, publishers, and that's not even like about actually making the actual game. And when it comes to things like making games on, say, a platform like Roblox, like we plan to do, me and the whole Redacted team, it wasn't exactly the development side that really made us stop wanting to cope with Roblox itself. It's really the growth and money side. Now, making games on Roblox is easier than most coding engines because they already give you features of walking, a 3D camera that you can scroll into go into first person, and a bunch of presets. Now, that's great and all, but then we get, after you've actually made this probably amazing game, because if you look today on Roblox, you can find some amazingly high quality games for just completely and utterly nothing, for complete free. You can enjoy the experience for not even a penny. Account creation is free, so then comes the revenue. Now, Roblox is probably one of the scummiest, or the scummiest platform to make revenue as a game dev. I think even Scratch you'd make more money as a game dev on, which is literally dragging blocks together to make the most limited games ever made. And that is the only code language I know. I'm pro. Also got skin faded century here by the trim. But so let's say you made a really popular game, say like Roblox is like Arsenal, which is one of the biggest games on the platform, and let's say you released an update for the game, or you already made, say, let's say 10k Robux off of game passes, people just playing the game, people buying credits and all that from microtransactions. You made 10k Robux off of that yourself. Now already then, Roblox itself would take, so say to get 10k Robux, someone would probably have to pay around 30, so you'd probably have to make 30k, people would actually have to send them about 30k of Robux to give you 10k, because Roblox takes a massive cut of your revenue or anything, just before anything. And then there comes the exchange rate into real money. Unless you want to actually put that back into the platform by buying cosmetics, uploading cosmetics, anything they have to pay Robux for, you can transfer it out into a bank account. And the exchange rate is worse than any African currency to British pound sterling. Like, it's worse than that. The amount of Robux you would need to make, I'd say, about £100,000 or dollars would probably be upwards of 100 million Robux. Now, I know that sounds stupid, but to buy 1,000, I think it's 1,000 Robux, it's about £10. So let's say £10 is 1,000 Robux. So that's about £1 is about 100 Robux. So every pound is about 100 Robux, or every dollar is about 100 Robux. So how many Robux would you need? So then, how many Robux could you get with $100,000? Let's check. Get the browser up here. How much Robux can you get with $100,000? How much would... So, well, about 100,000 Robux would be about 350 USD, because I actually find what the actual amount for $100,000 would turn into Robux. You know, it's a bit stupid. $350 for 100,000 Robux. So if you transfer that, let's say, how much money would you get back? 350? No. You'd be lucky to even get 100 quid out of 100,000 Robux. Because the exchange rate is so poor, because they want to put money back into your platform so they make profit. They give you the simple tools, but you still have to learn an entire coding language that isn't too far off from normal coding languages, from things like Unity and C++ and Unreal Engine. It isn't too far off from them. And you make about 75% less income than if you made an actual game with them and published onto Steam and everything. Now granted, publishing onto Steam makes more money, costs more money to publish a game, but there is a much higher chance of getting better revenue. In fact, there's probably 100% chance of you making more revenue off a Steam game than off a Roblox game. So, really, if you want to be a game developer like I and my friends want to be, it's not going to be good to go on Roblox. You just should learn C++ and Unity on your Unreal Engine, and you would make much more money. And the thing is, game development is hard. There's a bunch of languages, they're all different, and they all make different things. Now, game design is a much easier but somewhat complicated field. Now, I have like somewhat mild autism. I am autistic. I'm pretty sure. It's not medically diagnosed, but I think we are pretty sure that I am autistic, and quite a lot of my family members are autistic. Now, I'm not saying it's because I'm autistic that game design just snapped for me. Like, game design is one of the easiest things in the world for me. Ever since the age of 5, every time I've been to a new place, I've thought of a game I could make out of it. Every time some new place is described to me, I think I could make a game out of it. And that's all I think about for probably the next week, is what that game would be. But do I ever make it? Do I ever draw anything for it? I'd definitely draw stuff for it. I'm great at art. Maybe because I'm autistic as well. And that is easy. That really shows that. But now you think autistic people they're basically, their brain is wired differently, so they could do certain tasks much easier than the average person. But they find certain tasks that no one person would find easy quite hard, actually, like social interaction stuff. Which, to be fair, I think I do, because, you know, I have Liam Tube as a friend. I'm sorry, Liam Tube. But it really shows that, and even then, when I'm autistic, and this stuff should maybe, I don't think it would, but there is a very high chance that stuff like this would click for me. And even then, I cannot sit through a minute of like a coding tutorial. And now, that might just be the video part, but that really shows how complex it is to code. And I just remember that the only other coding language I know is HTML, which is a step up, and I have learned it mostly from school, because school in IT you basically have to learn it. But even then, I went above and beyond and learned a bunch of more advanced code just to make a website for troll Liam Tube that he keeps roasting me. But he doesn't mention it, but he thinks, oh, you just use basic school programming. Finn learned all the advanced code. Well, he'd learned it before me, but I had to understand it so I could update the website accordingly. So, you know. And even now, the website's been unhosted from the actual internet, so, you know, you can't exactly, go on it. But, you know, it's fun. It's a fun project for me and my friends to do. And that, it just clicked for me because it was easy and I had to be taught it. So the only way I think I could learn coding language and become a game developer is if I forced myself to do it. And the thing is, the whole point in life is to enjoy yourself. Now, you really should in your life make stupid amounts of money, but you gotta know that it doesn't mean anything. It's just what you need to be happy. And as a very quote that many people would say, if you have a job you like on it, you'll never spend a day working. And I think now, when I look back, if I was a game developer, I'd feel worked. I'd feel diminished because it just doesn't seem fun to me actually coding. But designing games, that is a hobby for me. But I just can't code them. It's just a struggle. It's an everlasting struggle, and it always will be. So I just wanted to clear up some information about my whole coding career. If I ever started doing it again, I would move to platforms like Unity and Steam and Unreal Engine. And I just wanted to say I'm sorry. I overhyped my games. I overhyped our ability. I underestimated how hard coding is. I would just like to apologise. Anyway, thank you for confirmation. Sorry for taking so long to make a video. It's just I've been very burnt out at the moment. Well, not burnt out, just that I've got a very big video with lots of multiple hours of footage to go through. And, it's just a hard moment at the time. So, it's not hard, it's just video making, and my life isn't hard at all actually, but you know what, just forget about it. I hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe. And
just think about it right now. Everything's okay. No matter where you find yourself, no matter what